Set Motors is knocking the deals out of the ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
This presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bissett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, Beto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus,
with 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3, on low, she scores!
PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
Day number 2 from the North Dakota State Senior Babe Ruth AA Tournament. We're here in Bismarck as the Dickinson Rough Riders and Minot Vistas will lock horns today. The winner moves on. The loser goes home. Good afternoon and welcome here to the Municipal Ballpark in Bismarck, North Dakota. Alongside of Scott Cattell, I'm Nick Holberg here for the call on the PSP Network. This is the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. More importantly, they have absolutely delicious food at Planet Pizza. Try their chicken wings or those stuffed breadsticks. If you want to get away from the traditional Blue Buffalo pizza or maybe that pepperoni, Planet Pizza truly is out of this world. Well, Scott, last night was a heartbreaker for the Minot Vistas. They ended up in a dogfight with the Bismarck Governors, and it was Cade Feeney that proved to be the hero in the ball game. But Eli Nista, the young man from Minot, got the start on the hill. He went the distance almost, and he was really our player of the game last night. How does Minot respond on a day like today in a must-win situation after a heartbreak loss last night?
I don't really know what to say. We're going to find out. I think the first, they're going to settle in that first inning with the pitchers getting settled in. But I think, towards that second inning, once you get into the flow of the game, we're going to find out. And I think we're going to find out exactly where the Vistas are, and it's going to come from body language. It's going to come from, do we have a little bit of fire? That was a heartbreaker last night. They led until the bottom of the 7th inning and then couldn't push across another run. It'll be interesting to see how they respond today. I know, this afternoon, I know they're all 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and they should be resilient enough to forget about last night and come back today. Because you know what? It's the end of the line. You lose now and you're done for the year, and I don't think these kids want to be done. We'll see what happens here today. I'm looking forward. I hope they come out and play hard. That's the main thing, Nick, is come out, play hard with some enthusiasm, and let your chips fall where they fall.
Tournament started yesterday morning at 10 a.m. Fargo Post 2 thumped Fargo Post 400 10-0. Grand Forks then won over Williston 2-0 at 1 p.m. The next game was played at 4 p.m. It was West Fargo that shellacked Dickinson 11-0. And then Minot and Bismarck went to extra innings. 2-1's the final there. So that sets up the semifinals today. Fargo Post 2 and Grand Forks at 4 p.m. tonight. Bismarck and West Fargo at 7 p.m. Earlier on today, Post 400 and Williston played, and Post 400 was the team that had their season continue. Williston's season is done. Minot and Dickinson now here at 1 p.m. The Vistas take the field. The Rough Riders take the field. We're just about set. National anthem time here at the Municipal Ballpark.
It's the code of sportsmanship.
Dakota sportsmanship. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our first pitch of the ball game here this afternoon. Vistas and Rough Riders from the state AA tournament here in Bismarck. This is state tournament coverage here on the PSP Network.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's up front. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza.
You win and you move on, you lose and you go home. Game number 2 from the state AA tournament here at Bismarck, North Dakota. Nick Holmberg alongside of Scott Cattell as we put a cap on the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. They have a lunch buffet each and every weekday from 11 to 2. They truly are out of this world. Starting lineups look like this. First for the Dickinson Rough Riders, the number 6 team in the state of North Dakota. Troy Berg will play third base. He'll bat first. Carson Weiler, the center fielder, will bat second and play center field. The shortstop is Kobe Kranz. He bats third. Playing first base and batting cleanup is Jared Hughlin. Second baseman Landon Amon will bat fifth. Isaac Daly's playing left field and batting sixth. Riley O'Donnell will DH here today and bats seventh. Nate Gillick, the right fielder, bats eighth. Logan Bentz is the catcher. He bats ninth. Nick DeShout gets the call on the hill. He'll start here today for the Rough Riders. The Vistas have Ruziska in left field, Burke at center, Greek in right. Infield looks like this: Nygaard, Merck, Harris, and Plemmel. That's Morgan Nygaard, by the way, at short, Merck at second, Plemmel at first, Kersey Harris at third, and McCarty will catch for Aiden Almy, who gets the call today. And we are underway here from the state AA tournament. Game number 2, first pitch fired in at 12:58, and the first pitch is going to hit the batter, so walking over to first will be Troy Berg.
On the year, Aiden Almy, 42 and a third innings. He's given up 63 hits, 43 runs, 29 of them earned. It's a 4.93 ERA. He's walked 17 and struck out 16, and his record on the year is 2-6.
Carson Wheeler steps in. He's going to see strike number 1 from Almy. Aiden's a player that throughout the year has definitely had some great games and great outings on the hill. Talk about those numbers for him. Take away a few of those games that didn't go so well for him, and those ERA numbers are going to be quite a bit lower. This ball is going to be sent foul towards the left field side. It's going to go out of play.
During the campaign, Nick, these two teams played 3 times, 2 conference games and 1 non-conference game. Dickinson won all 3, 8-7, 6-3, and 12-10.
As we know, tough to beat a team as many times in a season as you play, and we saw that last night with Bismarck combined. That same story there. This ball's going to be roped out to left. Wheeler's going to round over first. Runners advance, and there's 2 on here for Dickinson early in the ball game as we'll see Kobe Kranz come to bat after the single from Wheeler.
Actually, I think it's Weiler, but I'm going to check on it between innings with our good friend Rod Kleingen out of KDIX and Dickinson.
Good to see Rod. Nice to see some of those familiar faces from around the state. That's the fun part about tournament time, isn't it? Every time you have the opportunity to see some of those familiar faces, Almy delivers in for a ball, 1-0 the count.
By the way, Minot Metro's lost this morning. Their season is over in the senior Babe Ruth Class A division in Valley City. Lost to the Bismarck Reps 6-4.
This is Kobe Kranz at the dish. The shortstop sees the pitch. That one's right down Broadway for the strike. Nate Seeley's behind home plate umpiring with Reggie Jackson and Nick Poulos here this afternoon from Municipal Ballpark here in Bismarck. Beautiful day for baseball, 76 degrees. American flag out to left center field. Slowly breezes in the wind just a bit. 2-1 now the count as Almy delivers that one outside for ball number 2.
You know, with this being a no tomorrow game, with the loser ending their season, it would be interesting to see how both Tyler Frenzel and Pat Arnson use their pitchers. You know, how much of a leash they'll give them.
Chase Burke out in center field, gobbles up the fly ball, and there's one down here for the Vistas in the top half of the first inning. Coming to bat now is Jared Hughlin, the big first baseman.
And he is big.
Bats from the right side of the home plate. Now this is a big kid with some home run power. He'll step in to face Aiden Albee. Runners on first and second, one down, top half of the first inning here. Hughlin smacks that one through the gap. Frenzel's going to hold the runner over at third. The ball's going to come back in. McCarty in front of home plate, and the bases are loaded as Hughlin smashes one out towards left. And Dickinson is now threatening here in the top half of the first inning with one down. The bases loaded, and Landon Ahmed comes to bat.
It's going to take some runs in this game today, I think, to win it. I think both teams are going to score some runs, so but you've got to minimize. Again, Minot has to minimize not making the defensive mistake.
This ball is going to be sent foul up the third baseline here by Ahmed, so we'll see one strike on the board, 0 balls. Downtown Bismarck, North Dakota. Beautiful capital city here of North Dakota. Home of the Bismarck Larks. This ball is going to be hit over towards the shortstop, Morgan Igard. Taylor-made double play ball over to Merck. Merck fires over to first. They get one, but the second not in time as it bounced down. Hughlin was retired at second. One run comes across to score, and Dickinson strikes for first blood here tonight. Afternoon, I should say.
Now batting the left fielder, number 18, Isaac Daly.
1-0 Dickinson on top. Isaac Daly, the left fielder, batting from the left side of the dish. Dickinson in those white uniforms here today. This one's going to be chopped over to Logan Merck. He's going to fire to first, and that's how the first half inning comes to a close. 2 hits, 1 run scored here for Dickinson. They lead 1-0 at the end of 1 half inning played. The Vistas come to the dish for the first time here on day number 2. When we return, state tournament coverage here on the PSP Network. Brought to you by all these fine sponsors.
This presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bassett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, by Beto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus. PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook at the PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
The 6-seeded Dickinson Rough Riders strike for first blood in the top half of the first inning. 1 run scored on 2 hits. They lead the Minot Vistas 1-0 here at Municipal Ballpark on day number 2 of the AA state tournament here for 2020. The Vistas will have Hunter Vaziska come to the plate first here. Today's batting in the number 1 spot, playing left field. He'll be followed by Chase Burke, Plemmel, Vigestead, Harris, Merck, Greek, McCarty, and Morgan Ayard. Right-handed batting, Ruziska. The youngster sees strike number 1. Nick DeShop comes set. Here's the windup of the pitch. This ball's going to be cranked right back over the pitcher's head. And Ruziska's on at first with the single that was a comebacker right over DeShop. That brings up Chase Burke. He was the only runner yesterday to score for Minot. He came across
Chase.
On a Dylan Vegasted RBI in the top half of the first inning. Burke steps in to face DeShop early on in the ballgame. Batting .357 coming into the tournament. Chase Burke has the highest batting average in the lineup for the Vistas on the year. He also has the most stolen bases on the season. If he gets on, he's not afraid to steal. Burke, 20 stolen bases on the year now. Strike number one to Chase Burke. Well, you've got speed here with Ruziska over at first. Burke at the dish. The 0-1 pitch coming from DeShop. He delivers down and away. That will be ball number one. 64 miles an hour there for DeShop. Highest pitch mile per hour that we saw here at the tournament yesterday was Cade Feeney at 93 miles an hour when he came in for Bismarck last night in the top half of the eighth inning. Burke is going to put one up through the gap over on the right side, and the Vistas have runners on first and second, courtesy of a pair of singles from Hunter Ruziska and Chase Burke.
Good start for the Vistas, and now you have that meat of your order: Plemmel, Biggestead, Harris, Mert. You got here's where you got to produce. This is where you've got to score runs right here. Answer back to Dickinson.
Jack Plemmel steps in. Second best batting average on the team through the regular season, batting .362 for the Vistas. He does have home run power. He's only gone yard one time this year. .320 out to the left field fence. He'll see ball number one. Looked like a good pitch there.
Well, Jack Plemmel goes back to the old school of baseball. He's one of the only kids that you get to see the stirrups and the socks.
Stirrups and socks on the blue uniform.
You don't see that very often anymore.
The white pants, McCarty, the catcher, is the other that likes to go old school. A lot of fans of that still around the baseball community. That one fired in for a ball. 2-0 now the count here to number 7, Jack Plemmel.
Winner of this will play at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning against the loser of tonight's first semifinal game between Post 2 and Grand Forks.
I would guess that Grand Forks would probably be the team that would suffer the loss against Fargo Post 2. That one down and away for ball number 3. Then again, you never know. That's why you play the games. Fargo, obviously the favorite at the number 1 seed coming in. But if Minot advances here and plays Grand Forks, they've got a pretty darn good shot at winning another game here in this tournament. The future could be bright for the Vistas after they just got done with a pair of wins over Grand Forks within the last few weeks. 3-1 the count. That one was in for a strike to Jack Plemmel.
Don't put the cart before the horse. We got to get this one first.
Oh, absolutely right, without a doubt. DeShop takes the call here from Betts. The windup and the pitch. That one's high for a ball. The bases are juiced now here for Dylan Vegasted, the designated hitter for the Vistas.
Great opportunity here for Dylan to really give him a spark and really make a statement for the Vistas here in the bottom half of the first.
Biggest stat on the year for the Vistas has batted in this designated hitting position. 77 miles an hour. That one in for a ball. 1-0 the count. Biggest stat on the year, batting .267. He has been walked 21 times. He's driven in 15 RBIs on the year coming into the tournament. You can make that 16 now. He was the one that brought the run in yesterday to score for the Vistas against Bismarck in a 2-1 loss last night to the quarterfinals, which was an absolute nail-biter and a heartbreaker for the Vistas ball team. DeShop steps off the hill. Bases loaded. You've got Ruziska at third, Chase Burke over at second, and Plemmel's at first. Here's the windup of the pitch to Vegasted outside, and the count goes to 3-0.
Yeah, DeShop having a little trouble finding the plate right now, and the Vistas being very patient. I would think that Vegasted will be taking all the way on this pitch.
Here's the windup of the pitch. That one whistled a strike. Vegasted thought it was inside, and the count goes to 3-1. So Vegasted, number 14 for the Vistas, will step back in. They've got their dark blues on here this afternoon instead of the light baby blues that they wore last night. Vegasted's going to send one out to right. Runner Ruziska's going to tag. We're going to have a play at the plate. Ruziska down. He's safe. Play at the plate. The tag was put on by Bentz after the gun from Jillick in right. And Rosiska slides in safely. We got a tied ball game.
Boy, I tell you what, that was close, and what a gun from the arm of Jillick in right field. Rosiska runs well, and it was just a split-second difference between him hitting home plate and the catcher Bentz tagging him. Tell you what, that was as close as you can get.
Sack fly, the play at the plate scores one for the Vistas. Runners on the corners. This brings up Kersey Harris. Here's the windup of the pitch to Harris. That one missed outside, ball number one. Ball, Nick DeSchaub having some trouble finding the strike zone early in the ball game here in the bottom half of the first inning. Tied ball game, both teams have registered 2 hits. 1 run for each team. This ball is going to be chopped back over to third. Look out. Gun back over to first to get Plemmel. He tags safely. 2 down as Kersey Harris sent it right over on the third base line, and Berg put the glove on it. Berg made the play, and the Vistas will bring up Logan Merck now with 2 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-1 ball game as Merck will step in, the right-handed batter for the Vistas. He's going to see the windup of the pitch that is delivered outside. Merck batting .308 on the season. One of the 2 players that calls Bishop Ryan their alumni or their home. And this Bishop Ryan Minot High collective Minot Vistas baseball team. That one's in for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1 here with 2 down, and the runners on the corners here in this ball game. Nick Holberg and Scott Cattell, glad to have you aboard here on the PSP Network here this afternoon from the capital city. Dickinson and Minot in this loser-out matchup. Here's the windup of the pitch. Merck is going to smack that one out to right, and there's 3 outs there for Dickinson. Minot does do some damage. They get 2 hits, they register a run, and we've got a tied ball game here in Bismarck in the loser-out matchup. 1-1 at the end of 1. It's state tournament coverage here on the PSP Network.
Minot is now open. It's time to focus on your better health. Premier Movement is taking all the necessary precautions and guidelines for social distancing and safety. On top of that, by design, our workout classes have always featured small groups for better focus, accountability, and better results. And speaking of accountability, we're locally owned and take pride in the services we provide in helping clients achieve their fitness goals. Try a free 2-week trial and see for yourself. Find us at premiermovementnd.com.
One inning complete here in Bismarck on day number 2. Loser outplay with Dickinson and the Minot Vistas, and we got a 1-1 ball game. Nick Holberg and Scott Cattell here on the PSP Network. Scott, your thoughts on the first inning of baseball?
Well, I guess my thoughts is both pitchers have to be feeling rather fortunate now. Both teams load the bases in their half of the inning, and both teams can only muster 1 run. Again, that's that same old bugaboo for the Vistas that has been all year. They've gotten guys in scoring position, but they just can't come up with that timely hit. Hopefully Olney can stay the course here on the mound and keep Dickinson at bay, and hopefully we can bust open and score some runs.
Dickinson Rough Riders will bring up number 5, Riley O'Donnell, the designated hitter, to lead things off. He's going to crank one over to Morgan Nygaard. Nygaard scoops. He delivers over to first. The 1-hop into the glove of Jack Plemmel. There's 1 down here in the top half of the second.
Nice play there by Jack Plemmel. Scooping that ball out of the dirt. He had to lean towards the outfield side of first base, so he had to worry about keeping his foot on the base as well.
That brings up Nate Jillick, and Jillick is going to step in to face Aiden Dalby here in the top half of the second inning. He's going to follow the first pitch back for strike number 1. Aiden Dalby for the Vistas coming into the ball game today, pitched in 42 innings, the most of any Vista on the year. Again, sitting on a 4.93 ERA. He's had plenty of work. He established himself early on in this season as the top pitcher for the Vistas. Player that, again, with 42 innings pitched on the season, a guy that they called upon quite often early on in this 2020 campaign. Strike number 2 delivered in as Nate Gillick, the right fielder, fouled that one back. I'll be taking the call for Braden McCarty here this afternoon. The windup of the pitch. This one's going to be towered up. McCarty tracking it back at the mesh behind home plate, and it's going to land right up on top of that mesh. So
it's not going to come down either.
No, the ball is sitting. It's almost out of your view, I'd have to think, or maybe it's right on your view on the PSP network, right on that line that goes right across top of the screen. That's the baseball sitting up there. Here's the windup from Albee. And the pinch, this one fouled back away. And a good at-bat coming here from Nate Gillick, the right fielder. Count is 0-2. Overcast clouds here in Bismarck here this afternoon. That one fired in. Albee thought he had strike number 3. So did some of the fans. He does not. And a ball registered here with a 1-2 count with 1 down. 83 degrees yesterday. It's 10 degrees cooler here this afternoon than it was yesterday for the matchup. This ball hit over towards third, picked up. Kersey Harris to first. He delivers. And Jack Plemmel on the bag at first. And there's 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the second.
That was a good at bat for Nathaniel Gillick. He made Almy throw a lot of pitches, but then kudos to Aiden, where he kept battling, and got the ground ball.
Now batting here for Dickinson is Logan Bentz, the catcher. He sees ball number 1. As Albee will deliver again. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one hits the corner. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. 2 down, top half of the second inning. This is the 9 batter for Dickinson. The windup from Albee. The pitch, big swing. He missed it. 1-2 now the count. 1-2. 2 down. Troy Berg on deck with Weiler, Krebs, and Hughlin back up into the middle of the order for Dickinson. The windup and the pitch. That one's down and away for Albee. 2-2 now the count. Diamond T Ranch is a proud supporter of summer baseball on the PSP network. Diamond T Ranch. You can visit them online at diamondtranchnd.com. Premier Hereford cattle just south of the Magic City. Former Minot Vista state champions Luke and John Erickson proud to support the Vistas. They wish everybody in competition this summer the best of luck. Here's the windup from Albee, and the 2-2 pitch is high and away. The count moves to full. John Erickson was a pretty good ball player, by the way.
Yeah, he was.
Here's the windup from Albee, and the payoff pitch. That one is going to be fouled right towards the Minot dugout. Count remains full.
Good at bat again here for the number 9 hitter, Logan Bentz, making Almy throw a lot of pitches.
48-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch the last time. This ball's going to be hit back over to Kersey Harris. Harris is going to fire to first again. He gets a work out the top half of the second. And Harris and Nygaard complete all 3 of the outs over on the third base side. The Vistas don't allow a hit or a run there in the top half of the second. Still a 1-1 ball game. Let's go to the bottom half for the second inning. It's state tournament coverage here on the PSP network.
Is knocking the deals out of the ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
Martinez dribble drive, moves it to the hoop. Oh, what a move! PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook at the PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
Bottom half of the second inning here in Bismarck in Loser outplayed this afternoon. 1-1 ball game with the Rough Riders from Dickinson and the Vistas here from the Magic City. Nick Holbrook and Scott Cattell on the call here this afternoon. Sun's starting to shine just a bit here at Municipal Ballpark. Here in downtown Bismarck, taking a look at historic downtown Bismarck, North Dakota. Right downtown. Little chance of rain here this afternoon, hoping to get the ball game in without issue. Here's Trent Greek for the Vistas. He'll lead things off in the bottom half of the second inning with a 1-1 tie in our hands. Greek sees ball number 1. Greek is a player that has hit 2 home runs on the year. Greek has only played in 18 games. He's had 42 at-bats, and he's batting .238. Cranks that one up the middle. And Trent Greek is out at first with a single. And the Vistas lead things off here in the bottom half of the second with Trent Greek going right up the middle of the ball diamond. And he's on first base now with Braden McCarty, the catcher, coming to bat.
Number 8, Brandon McCarty.
So Braden McCarty, another one of the old school players, if you will, with the high socks up with the stirrups. Here comes the windup in the pinch. Greek's going to try to steal second. Slides in over at second. He got him out. What a play from home plate. Bentz put that one on a wire, and Logan Bentz has the throw down to second, and he gets Greek.
I almost think that that was a missed sign right there. I do not believe that Pat Arnson gave him the steal sign there. Because as he came from second base after being thrown out, Coach Arnson had a little conversation with him.
So he gets caught in the throwdown. So with the leadoff single, Greek got out of first. He tried to steal second, and he was tossed out over at second. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch to McCarty. Struck him out. First strikeout of the ball game. Braden McCarty, the catcher, got caught looking. That brings up Morgan Nygaard, the shortstop. And Nygaard stepping in here for the Vistas. He'll see ball number 1, that one outside. 1-0 pitch coming here to Nygaard, the youngster, who was brought up from the Metros a few weeks back. He's going to tower this one on the third base side, tracking it on the third base line, and grabbing the out is Berg. And the Vistas have 3 up, 3 down. Throw down over at second base. Got Trent Greek. Braden McCarty got caught looking, and Morgan Nygaard towers one up and flies it foul, but into the glove on the third baseman. The end of 2 complete, 1-1 ball game here in Bismarck. It's summer baseball here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bassett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, Fibeto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus,
To the third inning we go here in Bismarck with a 1-1 ball game on our hands. Loser is done for the year. The winner moves on for a matchup on day number 3 here at the state tournament for AA baseball in North Dakota. Nick Holbrook and Scott Cattell. 1-1 the score here in the in the top half of the third inning in a matchup with Dickinson and Minot. First pitch from Albee in this inning is a strike as he delivered to Troy Berg. Top of the order here for Dickinson. That one fired in, but it went outside for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. Hey, if you're buying or selling a home, let 701 Realty's Andrew McKenna Goodmanson make your experience a positive one. Visit them online at 701realty.com. Kersey Harris scoops it at third on the grounder, and he's going to retire Troy Berg over at first with the throw down to first base. So there's one down.
Nice play there by, almost got handcuffed by that last bounce, but did a good job. Kersey's made the last 3 putouts.
They have been busy in the infield on the left side. Harris along with Morgan Nygaard, the shortstop. Strike number 1 delivered in to Carson Weiler. Here's the windup coming from Albany in the pitch. This one's going to be smacked down to right. Trent Greek's on it, and Greek will glove it there. 2 down here for the Vistas in the top half of the second. Kobe Krenz will come up next here for Dickinson. 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
7 straight set down here now by Almy since the single by Hugelin back in the first.
Krenz batting from the right side of the plate. Here's the windup from Albany in the pitch. That ball hit hard up the third base line. It went foul over to the YMCA fan zone during the home for Bismarck Larks baseball here in Bismarck. What a beautiful ballpark they have down here in the capital city. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one hits for a strike. Strike number 2. Again, a great job by the tournament director, Ethan Eberly. The whole staff here in Bismarck from Bismarck Parks and Rec, they've done a fantastic job with this tournament from top to bottom. Not even sure if the tournament was going to happen due to COVID-19, and they get it done. Morgan Nygaard's going to have a chance to put the inning to an end. He fires over to first. Clemmel had to reach for it, and they get the out the third of the inning. 2.5 complete here in Bismarck on day number 2. Dickinson on it in a 1-1 matchup. Let's go to the bottom half of the third inning. This is state tournament coverage here on the PSP Network.
Presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bassett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, by Beto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus,
Five hits total of the ball game. Dickinson has 2 of them. The Vistas have the other 3. Both teams have scored a run here in the afternoon matchup, and loser out play on day number 2. It's a 1-1 ball game as we go back to the top of the order for the Vistas here in the bottom half of the third. Hunter Ruziska. Ruziska 1 for 1 in the ball game. He singled as he hit the green over in right field. His first at bat, the first hit of the ball game. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one's in for a strike, and the shop finds the corner there. 1-1 the count here to Hunter Ruziska. He comes set. Here's the windup of the pitch. Ruziska reaches forward. He hits it, chops it over towards second. Ball's going to be taken by Amon, delivered to Huglin, and there's 1 down here for the Vistas in the bottom half of the third.
You know, Nick, you look at the scores in this tournament so far. We had the 10-0 win by the Fargo Post 2 and the 11-0 win by West Fargo. But the other scores have been 2-0, 2-1, and 3-2. So runs, for the most part, have been at a premium.
Chase Burke comes back to bat here for the Vistas. He singled his first at-bat here tonight. He was then stranded on base in the first inning. He sees strike number 1, 1-1 count here to Chase Burke. 34 runs on the year, 44 hits, now 45, and 46 after last night's matchup with Bismarck. 357 on the season for a batting average. 2-1 pitch coming his way and reaches for it, fouled it back. Strike number 2 for Chase Burke. 2-2 count. That one in at 65 miles an hour here from Nick Deschamps. Deschamps comes set, the windup of the pitch. Burke is going to send that one over towards the first base line. Tracking it is Huglin, and Jared Huglin is going to make the play. There's 2 down for the Vistas now here in the bottom half of the third as Jack Plemmel comes to bat.
Been a good battle in that first loser-out game today. We got here, it was 2-0 Fargo, and then Williston put 2 on the board and went to the top of the 7th and Post 400 did win that one 3-2, but it was a good ball game.
Here comes the windup of the pitch to Plemmel. He was walked his first at bat. He sees strike number one, excuse me. He thought it was a ball. He turned around right to the home plate umpire and argued with him. And Nate Seeley behind the dish. I don't think like to see that from Plemmel.
Well, he isn't going to win that argument. I'm sorry to tell you that, Jack.
Ball's going to be towered up by Plemmel, tracking it behind home plate. That one high up in the air into the catcher's mitt, and Bentz will make the play. 3 up, 3 down for the Vistas in the bottom half of the third. We've got a ball game on our hands here this afternoon, 1-1 at the end of 3. It's state tournament coverage here on the PSP Network.
Is knocking the deals out of the ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
One at the end of 3 innings played. Let's go to the fourth. Here with the play-by-play is 42-year veteran of Minot baseball, Mr. Scott Cattell.
Well, thank you very much, Nick. There'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Dickinson here in the fourth. Huglin, Amman, and Daly 1-1 here. Both teams scoring a single run in the first inning. Since then, all zeros on the board. Minot 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Rough Riders. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Huglin. That's down low. Aiden Almy through 3 innings has 1 strikeout. Actually, no, he does not have a strikeout. He has. Here's the pitch. Huglin hits it sharply left field, but right at Hunter Rosiska. Got good wood on the ball, but it was hit right at Rosiska, and that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th straight Rough Rider who has been retired. So it got good wood on it, but hit it right at Rosiska in left field. So now to the plate is Landon Allman. Now Allman, he reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning and picked up the RBI with Berg scoring from third. First pitch is a strike. 1 out here in the fourth. That went high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Winner moves on to play the loser of Grand Forks and Fargo tomorrow at 11. Well, the loser goes home. And now he hits Alman. Second hit batsman by Almy. So Alman goes down. He got hit in the back. Going to be all right. And that brings up Isaac Daly. Daly, the left fielder, he grounded out to second baseman Merck back in the first. Swings from the right side, Tyler Frenzel. Head coach of the Dickinson Rough Riders. He's a former standout for Dickinson. They're taking off from first. That was Amman. He will get the stolen base. Daly kind of helping out his teammate right there as he squared the bunt. And it was a strike, so 0-1, but now the runner in scoring position, the go-ahead run. Almy working out of the stretch. Nygaard will hold the runner at second. Almy takes a look. Here's the pitch. There's strike 2. On deck for Dickinson is Riley O'Donnell, the designated hitter. Vistas, as Nick told you, in their white pants and their navy tops with gold numbers. Pitch by Almy. Ooh, he's fooled Daly there. Daly swung right through that pitch. First strikeout of the ball game, 2 outs now. And Riley O'Donnell, who grounded out the Nygaard at shortstop, will come to the plate. Rough Riders in their white uniforms with black trim. Their numbers are gold. And O'Donnell will step in. Almy from the right side. He's given up 2 hits, all in the first inning. Down low, he's hit a couple of batters and walked nobody. He has 1 strikeout. So the way this started out, both teams loaded the bases in the top half of the first inning, but neither team could score more than 1. And that's where we stand right now. It's been goose egg since then. Pitch coming here from Almy. Long look at second. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be fouled off to the first base side, not a play. 2 outs here in the fourth for Dickinson. 1-1. Again, loser stays alive, or winner stays alive. Loser goes home. Here is Almy again into the stretch. The look at Almy at second. The pitch. Strike. Almy ahead, 1-2, 2 outs. Looking ahead to the Minot at the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Biggestead, Harris, and Merck. They're 4, 5, and 6 hitters. 1-2 here to O'Donnell. Here's Almy. Ready, set, and now throws. Just missed. Count goes even at 2-2. Again, Bismarck and, Fargo Post 2. And Grand Forks next. Then the final game tonight, Bismarck and West Fargo. That one in the dirt. Good job by McCarty. Keep it in front of him so the runner can't move up. And now it goes to 3-2. Runner on second. On deck is Nathaniel Gillick. McDonald trying to find a way to get the ball onto the green in the outfield. Pitch. There goes the runner to third. The throw down. He's out. So they sent the runner from second to third. It was ball 4 to O'Donnell, but McCarty throws him out. McCarty to Harris to end the inning. Nice gun there by Braden McCarty. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. After 3.5 innings of play, it's still Dickinson and Minot tied at 1 from the Senior Babe Ruth Class AA Baseball Tournament in Bismarck on the PSP Network.
Deals out of the ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
This presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bissett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, Beto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus.
0-1 pitch coming here to Dylan Biggestead to start the fourth inning for the Vistas. Biggestead with the RBI back in the first on a sacrifice fly that scored Rosiska on a close play at home. There's a swing and a miss. 3 pitches, and Biggestead's down on strikes. That'll bring up Kersey Harris. Kersey lined out to third baseman Troy Berg. Excuse me, back in the second. Oh boy, off-speed pitch there. And Harris way out in front of that one.
Yeah, that one at 41 miles an hour to Kersey Harris.
And that one's going to hit Harris. So first hits batsman or walk. Oh no, he did give up a walk back in the first as well. And here comes Logan Merck, who flew out the right fielder Gillick. Back in the first inning. 0-for-1. Minot with 3 hits, 2 for Dickinson. We're tied at 1-1 here at the bottom of the fourth. Lead over at first for Harris. Pretty good lead for him too. Out of the stretch, here's the pitch. Outside to Merck. Again, if the Vistas win here, 11 o'clock tomorrow against either Grand Forks or Fargo Post number 2. There's a throw over to first. Diving back in is Harris. Sunshine now peeking out again. Off and on clouds here, but a great afternoon for baseball. Flag barely moving. In left center, they throw back over to first, and Harris back in again.
Yeah, Kersey better be careful there. Deschamps almost got him with the help of Huglet at first base. Second, checking the runner from Deschamps back over to Kersey. Harris, who is back in safely twice.
Deschamps again now out of the stretch. He'll come home with it, and that run is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. On deck is Trent Greek.
Kind of a sidewinder there coming from Deschamps. 70 mile an hour that time.
Boy, Harris leads, and now a foul down the left side. Boy, Harris getting a pretty good lead over there. Count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. We have 1 out here in the Minot 4th. Stretch here by Deschamps. The look at first. He'll come home with it. Outside, 3-1. Boy, he can't be missing by much on that outside corner. We've got, looks like Tyler Harbort warming up in the Minot bullpen right now. That one's down low. So a 1-out walk will put Merck on first. Moving to second is Harris. And Trent Greek will be the batter. He singled straight up the middle his first time up and then was thrown out trying to steal. Here's another one of those opportunities with less than 2 outs with Minot trying to advance runners and score some runs. Catcher Bentz goes out to talk to Deschamps.
Trent Greek on the year leads the team in home runs with 2. We mentioned that his first at bat earlier on here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. He's got power to hit the fence here.
There's a foul tip. Gets by off the catcher's glove all the way to the backstop here at the Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. Newly renovated over the past few years. Here's the 0-1 coming here. Pitch. That one's into right center field. This will score a run. Here comes Harris around third. He'll score easily, and then going all the way to third is Merck, and Minot has taken a 2-1 lead on the solid single to right center by Trent Greek. And Minot leads it 2-1, and runners will be at the corners with 1 out. And the batter will be Braden McCarty. So Greek comes through with the gapper to right center. McCarty was called out on strikes in the first. Let's see if they want to maybe try to run with Greek with runners at first and third here. He was thrown out his first time trying to steal. Got a pretty good lead. There's the pitch. It's high to McCarty. And Minot's got a chance to extend this lead and give them some breathing room right here. Pitch. Boy, that curveball almost didn't curve enough. It's inside. It's ball 2. Almost hit McCarty.
Healthy lead for Greek over at first.
There's the stretch. Merck at third, Greek at first. There's ball. Ball right back into the screen. Only in North Dakota. We talk about it in Corbett Field where during the course of a baseball game you can see a train come through. And we have one coming through Bismarck right now. That one's fouled back out of play. I'm not saying North Dakota's the only place that happens.
Beautiful downtown. This ball field is one that Bismarck should be very proud of. This place is spectacular. The old school grass, the view of downtown Bismarck.
Another curveball that does not curve. And almost hit McCarty, and it goes to 3-2. Let's see, even with less than 2, if Pat Arnson starts Greek at first base. McCarty ready, so is Deschamps. Deschamps, and that's going to be low. Boy, he is really struggling getting that curveball over the plate right now. And here, I thought we were going to have a visit to the mound by Tyler Frenzel, but not. Okay, only one hit in this inning. We got a hit batsman, and 2 walks. Bases are juiced for Morgan Nygaard, the young shortstop. Popped out to third base in the first time at bat. There's the curveball he gets across. Hunter Rosiska, the leadoff hitter, on deck. Pitch. That one he hangs off of, and it's low. They appeal to first. Nope, no swing. Boy, and it looks like he's pretty much went to all off speed here in this inning. Here's Deschamps out of the full windup. Strike 2. Good curveball right there.
I have to tell you, I read the article in the Bismarck Tribune. They interviewed Cade Feeney after he came in and won the ball game on the hill for Bismarck last night. Feeney was quoted as saying, I didn't quite throw everything I had with the oomph. Wanted to let that arm get warmed up a little bit. He came in, his first pitch was 91 miles an hour. Wanted to let it get warmed up a bit before I really put the mustard on it, he said.
Well, Nygaard gets hit on the 1-2 pitch, and that will score. Merck from third, move Greek to third, move McCarty to second, Nygaard at first, bases still loaded, only 1 out, and we're back to the top of the order, and here is the chance for Minot to kind of blow this thing open. 1 for 2 for Rosiska. Singled and scored in the first, grounded out in the third. And that pitch way outside. So Deschamps having some control problems right now. Rosiska looking for that pitch to drive. Bases loaded. Pitch. Outside 2-0. Boy, I love the approach that Minot kids are taking at the plate right now. With Deschamps having some trouble finding the plate, they're being very patient. There's a called strike. And again, he's not throwing anything but junk right now.
39 mile an hour off speed pitch.
Yeah, he's basically went to all off speed this inning. That one in the dirt. Be interesting. We may see a visit after this one if he walks him or a hit, or I would think that we'll see a visit by Coach Frenzel. Ball 4. Ooh, strike 2 called. Rosiska had thrown the bat away. He was on his way to first base. The count now 3-2, bases loaded, only 1 out, so they will not be starting the runners here. But again, a single to the gap in either left field or center or right field would probably score 2. Here's Rosiska. He'll hit that slowly. Third base picks it up. They'll get 1 at first, but not at 1 at second, but not at first. That just wasn't a tailor-made double play ball. It was hit so softly. So Minot will pick up another run. Scoring from third is Greek. Moving to third is McCarty. Nygaard is eliminated on the force out at second for the second out. And a fielder's choice here for Hunter Rosiska. He also picks up an RBI. Here's Chase Burke. Still can do some damage here. That one's high. So the Vistas lead it right now by 2 now, or by 3, as they picked up 3 in this inning. Pitch, outside. Boy, Deschamps is throwing a lot of pitches in this inning. This is the 8th Vista to bat in this inning. Burke hits it sharply, but right at shortstop Krenz. He'll go to Amon at second. And Deschamps is out of the inning without any further damage. But Minot takes the lead. They pick up 3 runs on just 1 base hit. There was no Dickinson errors and 2 men left on base after 4 complete from the state AA baseball tournament. It's now the Minot Vistas 4, the Dickinson Rough Riders 1. You're listening to Summer Baseball here on the PSP Network.
Ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
Well, Vista's up 4-1 as we go to the top half of the fifth inning. For Dickinson, it'll be their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Almy through 4 innings now has given up 1 run. He has given up 2 hits. He has hit a couple of batters. He's walked 1, and he has struck out nobody. But all in all, a pretty good outing here so far by Aiden Almy, Nick.
Yeah, Aiden Almy's a player that had a lot of praise on Aiden Almy throughout the year. His ability to work out of jams and be a player that has been looked upon as somebody that they could count on if they need a big outing on the hill. And Alby's a player that throughout the season, that ERA has kind of risen above where he wanted it to be in that benchmark for him throughout the year. But a lot of those hits against him have just been very well hit baseballs throughout the year. And that's one thing that you could say, that, yes, they're hitting the baseball, but, man, they're doing it in a way that, just a half a second more, Almy would be striking him out kind of a situation.
Nathaniel Jillick will lead off. He takes a ball on pitch number 1. He's grounded out to his only other at-bat. There's a strike in the inside corner. And, boy, if you're Pat Arntzen and Creighton Rudolph, you would love to see Almy get a complete game here, and then you don't have to use any more arms. And then if you end up winning here, then you save an arm going into what's going to be a pivotal game for him tomorrow, either against Grand Forks or Fargo if they win here. 2-1 to count. Jillick high, not too deep. Rosiska will drift back towards the foul line in left to make the play. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th. And the batter will be the number 9 hitter, Logan Bentz. He grounded out to third baseman Kersey Harris to end the 2nd inning. We're in the 5th right now. 7-inning games. Almy ready. Here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting Bentz, and that one's fouled out to the right side, out of play. Again, as Nick mentioned, the Bismarck Municipal Ballpark, pretty much in the downtown area of Bismarck. That ball's going to be hit up the middle. Nygaard over. On to first. Oh, and Plemmel couldn't handle the throw. It was in the dirt, but Jack will be the first one to tell you that he probably should have made that play. It will go as an error on Nygaard. First error of the ball game. Tough play for Morgan.
I was just going to say a tough play running across and picking up the ball that from the opposite side of the body, trying to turn the body in that direction and fire over to first. Excellent effort, just couldn't execute it. First error of the ball game.
Here's Berg up high and inside, ball 1. Berg is grounded out and then hit by a pitch and scored a run. Remember, we have coverage of the State B Independent baseball tournament coming up here on the PSP network starting on Friday. We'll go through those pairings for you when we get a chance. There's a throw over to first. Diving back in is Bentz. It'll all get underway about 12:30 on Friday from Corbett Field. Lemoore against Hazen at 3 o'clock. Renville County and Thompson. At 5:30, it's Velva and Langdon. The final game, Kidder County and Garrison. 1-0 pitch is a ball 2. We will carry all 4 first-round games, the 2 semifinals, the championship game, and any game that involves either Renville County, Velva, or Garrison here on the PSP network. Another foul into the right side. Screen off the Dickinson dugout. And Nick, we'll have coverage of the Vistas if they win. We'll be back here again. Somebody will be back here tomorrow. Down low.
Yeah, we'll carry the Vistas all the way through. If they make it somehow all the way through this thing to Saturday, we will.
And we will have to adjust our schedule for the independent tournament to, barring where Minot would play. There goes the runner. Ball hit to Nygaard. Ooh, boy, they got him at second. Double play. Nice play right there. That's a play. Well, we'll talk about it when we come back. But a 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. Nygaard to Merck to Plemmel. Nothing across for Dickinson in the 5th. It still remains after 4.5. The Vistas 4. And the Rough Riders 1. Back to Bismarck here on the PSP network.
Presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bassett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, Beto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus,
53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson, the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3, on low, she scores!
PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
To the bottom of the fifth inning we go. It'll be Minot's 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Plemmel, Biggestead, Harris. They lead by right now 4-1, but getting back to that final play of that inning, Nygaard, sometimes you get the tendency when that kid is running from first to second that you want to try to field the ball faster than you should, and he did a great job of taking his time. They got the runner at second, and then a nice relay by Merck to first for the double play. Here is Plemmel. He has walked and grounded out, or popped up. Jack on his way to sunny Arizona.
Yeah, good for him.
Grand Canyon, is it Grand Canyon State or University?
Grand Canyon University in Arizona.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Did he go? Yeah, they're going to say he does. 1-1. He's going to play a little baseball down there, and I understand he's going to hopefully try to play some hockey as well.
Yeah, the opportunity on the table, according to Jack. That's what he told me a few weeks back, that the hockey coach has talked to him about possibly playing in the winter months as well. Not sure if he wants to do that quite yet, he said, but I encouraged him to do so. The way he ended his high school hockey career at Minot High, he certainly could be a great college hockey player.
2-1 now to Plemmel. Right-handed hitting first baseman. It's outside 3-1. But then in talking with his dad and talking to Jack a little bit, I think school was supposed to start there like on the 18th of August, and now they've moved it back. They're going to start it all online because of the COVID. So it's just a different time in the world, isn't it, Nick?
It certainly is.
3-2 now the count on Plemmel. On deck is Biggestead. Here's the pitch from Deschamps. Stays alive. Just got a piece of that one.
64 mile an hour that time for Deschamps.
Well, the thing about it is he's been, a lot of off speed, but I mean, he doesn't have that pitch like Cade Feeney. Can't throw it 93. But there's not many in North Dakota that can do that.
No.
Here's the 3-2. Ooh, that just missed, and he'll walk for the second time. It'll be the 1, 2, 3, 4th walk of the ball game for Deschamps. Dylan Biggestead will bat. He's got a sacrifice fly that knocked in the first run in the first inning and then struck out swinging his last at bat last inning. Plemmel gets the lead at first. Here's the pitch. Boy, he can't be missing by much again, Nick, and we've got kind of a different, off-home field. But I tell you what, it can't be missing by much on that outside corner. But it's 1-0 to Biggestead with Harris on deck. That one's fouled back into the screen. Now we got 2 balls up there.
Plemmel was on his way over to second when that one was fouled back. He had the green light.
Pat Arnston, the head coach of the Vistas, coaching at third base, and Creighton Rudolph, a former Vista standout, over at first. Plemmel will get his lead at first. Biggestead settles himself in the batter's box, and now a throw over, diving back in is Plemmel. Told you that Harbour was up throwing this last inning. Now he's just sitting in the bullpen. And again, I would think Coach Arnson wants Almy to go as long as he can. That one down low. Boy, Frenzel, the last couple of innings has really thrown a lot of pitches. He's had trouble locating his curveball at times today. Here's the pitch. That one he didn't have any problem locating, right at the knees, and Cook goes to 2-2. Nobody out here in the Vista fifth. Boy, Minot was what? A play or two away. Ooh, boy, he swung through that one way out in front of that off-speed pitch. And Biggest Stick goes down swinging for the second time today. They were a play or two away from pulling the upset last night of number 2 Bismarck.
Well, the big number last night was they left 13 runners stranded in the ball game.
All right, Harris, who is hit by a pitch and scored and lined out to third, high, short, left center field, back on the outfield grass. His shortstop Krenz to make the play. So there's 2 down in the fifth for the Vistas, and coming to the plate now, Logan Merck. He's walked and scored and flew out to right field. Vistas only with 4 hits, and only 2, both in the first inning for Dickinson. When Dickinson scored their only run. The way this game started, I thought maybe we would have a 9-8 or a 12-11 game. But both pitchers kind of settled in after that first inning. First pitch to Merck is up high and outside.
We had matchups in Dickinson on the PSP network in June, and we had a ball game like this that was about 4-1, and all of a sudden Dickinson clawed back into the ball game. They ended up coming back and winning that thing. I believe it was 9-4 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Again, coming up later here from Bismarck. The 2 winners games. There's a 2-0 pitch, goes to 3-0. On deck is Greek. And Greek has 2 of the 4 hits for the Vistas tonight. In his first start here at the state tournament. Deschamps ready. Here's the pitch. That's called strike. Again at 4 o'clock this afternoon, it'll be Fargo post number 2 against Grand Forks, followed by a host team and number 2 seed Bismarck against West Fargo. That could be 2 pretty good ball games there. That one fouled at the plate. Winner of this will play the Grand Forks Fargo post 2 loser tomorrow at 11 o'clock here in Bismarck. If that is Minot, we'll have coverage here on the PSP network. Pitch inside, ball 4. There's still no move from the dugout by Tyler Frenzel. It's the 5th walk given up here by Deschamps, and I don't see anybody warming up in the Dickinson bullpen as well. Now, that's not necessarily saying they won't make a move. They might make a move with somebody that's in the game right now. Here's Greek, 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Runners at first and second. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. That one, lazy fly ball to center field. Underneath it is Weiler, and he'll make the play. And the Vistas are done in the 5th. For the Vistas, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. Hey, we had 5 in the books here from the Class AA Legion baseball tournament. Minot leads it 4-1. Top of the 6th coming. We'll have it for you right after this on the PSP network.
Minot is now open. It's time to focus on your better health. Premier Movement is taking all the necessary precautions and guidelines for social distancing and safety. On top of that, by design, our workout classes have always featured small groups for better focus, accountability, and better results. And speaking of accountability, we're locally owned and take pride in the services we provide in helping clients achieve their fitness goals. Try a free 2-week trial and see for yourself. Find us at premiermovementnd.com.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
2, 3, and 4 hitters coming here for Dickinson in the top half of the 6th inning. Carson Weiler, Kobe Krenz, and Jaron Hugelin. Weiler is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, flew out to Greek in right field in the third, so he's officially 1 for 2. Bats from the right side. Here's Almy Dishy. Ball hit. Great play by Harris. Long throw, got him. Boy, Kersey Harris has been very good today. That is another ball that could have handcuffed him, and he did a great job right there of staying with it and then made the strong throw to Plemmel at first.
Yeah, absolutely. Harris just down on the baseball, got to his position, planted the feet, made the play on his toes, and tossed it over to first. Excellent play by Kersey. That's the 4th or 5th putout from Kersey from the third base bag here today.
First pitch to number 3 hitter Kobe Krenz is a ball. He is flowing out to center and grounded to short. 2-0.
75 miles an hour that time for Aiden Almy. Some of the fans in front of us thought that one should have been called a strike.
3-0. On deck, cleanup hitter Jaron Hugelin. Wind up the pitch by Almy. That's a strike. 3-1. 1 out here in the 6th. Scheduled for 7. Minot trying to survive and stay alive. That ball hit hard. That'll be Nygaard up with it. The throw over. Just got him. That is I think that's 2 down now, and Hugelin will come to the plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ground ball outs for Almy today. And the batter now is Hugelin, singled in the first and flew out to left in the 4th. 1 for 2. In fact, both hits by Dickinson came in that first inning when they scored their only run. Oh boy, way out in front of that one. Count goes to 1-1. It's Harris at third. Morgan Nygaard at short. Merck at second. Plemmel at first. Here's the pitch. Just missed. In the outfield, left to right, Rosiska, Burke, and Greek. And behind the plate, Braden McCarty is catching here for Aiden Almy. That ball's going to be hit to the hole, and Hugelin will pick up his second hit and the third hit of the ball game for Dickinson. That was out of the reach of both Harris and Nygaard on that left side. So that will bring Landon Amon to the plate. He has reached on a fielder's choice, driving in the only run of the ball game for Dickinson in the first, and then was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Hugelin gets his lead. Plemmel will hold. There's a called strike. Harburg is back up and warming up again in the bullpen. But again, that might be more so of just staying loose in case. Boy, that's a great pitch. Throw over to Sayers. Got him. Oh boy, they caught Hugelin leaning way too far. Braden McCarty with a bomb, or with a rocket down to first, and he was dead to right. So there's no doubt about that one.
Hats off to Braden McCarty. What a play that was.
All right, so that goes down as a 2-3. 3 outs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left after 5.5. Vistas lead at 4-1. You're listening to State AA Summer Baseball here on the PSP Network.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet
Well, it always seems like when somebody makes a great play defensively, they're the first one to hit the next inning. And leading off for the Vistas here in the bottom half of the sixth is Braden McCarty. McCarty has been called out on strikes and walk, but what a nice throw by him. They got Hugelin leaning way too much to second base. And Hugelin knew it the minute the ball got down to Plemmel that he was done.
He was toasted.
It'll be McCarty, Nygaard, that's Morgan, and Rosiska. This is trying to snuff out the Dickinson Rough Riders and move on to another day of survival tomorrow. There's a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Braden. Pitch. Oh. Pitch behind McCarty to goes to 3-2. Minot has played Dickinson 3 times, lost to him 3 times during the regular season. High, towering pop fly in the infield. I think third baseman Troy Berg couldn't see it, maybe because of some sun, but pitcher Deschamps makes the play easily. There's 1 down, and Morgan Nygaard will bat. He's been hit by a pitch and popped up. He's 0 for 1 officially. So again, Minot's got great pitching in this tournament. Eli Nissen with a stellar effort last night in that loss to Bismarck. And now again, Almy today.
That was the big question mark coming into the tournament and coming into the season. How many arms do they have and how much strength would they have for how many games? That's the big question mark. And there's been no question that pitching has been fantastic here at the state tournament with Nissen and Almy.
The ball fall down the left field line. Buying or selling a home? Let 701 Realties, Andrew and McKenna Goodmanson make your experience positive. Browse their listings at www.701realty.com. 701 Realty, your home is here. Here's the pitch. That one lazy off the left side. Krenz will pick it up. Nice play by Krenz. Kind of throwing in the same motion as fielding it, but Krenz made the play easily. 2 outs. Go to the top of the order, and Hunter Rosiska 1 for 3, singled and scored in the first, grounded to second in the third, and picked up an RBI on a fielder's choice back in the fourth. Minot leads it, 2 outs, bottom of the sixth here. It's scheduled for 7. That one's inside on deck, Chase Burke. Almy through 6 innings has given up 3 hits, just that 1 run. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Hunter Rosiska. There's strike 2. Other than that, fourth and fifth innings, Deschamps has been pretty good. There's a strike 3. Boy, he challenged him there, and swinging right through it was Rosiska. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left in the 6th after 6 complete. Minot 3 outs away from staying alive here in the state AA baseball tournament. They lead it 4-1. We go to the top of the 7th after this on the PSP network.
Knocking the deals out of the ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
9 teams across the state of North Dakota for Legion Baseball. They don't have that affiliation this year due to COVID-19. It's Senior Babe Ruth AA. 8 teams made it into the state tournament. 7 teams are still alive, and we're an inning away from eliminating another team here. Loser of this one goes home. Winner moves on to play tomorrow in the Stay Alive bracket against Grand Forks or Fogger Post 2. We'll find out who that is after our first semifinal here tonight. Let's go to the top half of the 7th inning as Dickinson trailing 4-1 here to the Minot Vistas with Aiden Albee on the hill, putting in an effort here today. The Vistas starter this afternoon has given up 3 hits, 1 earned run here in the ballgame. Strike number 1 delivered in. That one to Landon Ahmed. RBI single for Ahmed in the ballgame. That leads his stat line. He's the one that scored the run here for Dickinson. Batted the run around, I should say, for Dickinson. And came all the way back in the first inning. Minot scored once in the first. So did Dickinson. Then Minot put 3 on him in the 4th inning. That's how we get to 4-1. Swing and a miss is Albee with the 63-mile-an-hour changeup came in and fooled Ahmed. 1-2 the count. Albee taking the call from McCarty. Here's the windup of the pitch. This ball's going to be towered up towards the Vista bullpen lookout, and it's out of play. Tyler Harbord still in the bullpen for the Vistas.
And I think that the reason he is just if Almy gets in some trouble, Harbord will probably come in to save this baseball game.
Almy delivers. This ball's going to be almost half swung at, chipped up to Merck. Like a 9-iron, maybe a pitching wedge. 56 degree for you probably. And Logan Merck will take that one with the glove and put down out number 1.
It wouldn't be a 56 because I can't hit that glove.
1 down here for the Vistas, 2 outs away from staying alive here in the 2020 season. Albee the windup of the pitch. This ball's roped up the first base line. Hit hard there by Isaac Daly, the left fielder, but it went foul. So the count moves to 0-1.
You know what a shank is, don't you? That's what I do with my 56.
Not me. I'm money with that thing. It's unbelievable. Almy's in there. Ball number 1, 1-1. Depends on who you ask, I guess. I mean, if you're talking to Phil Mickelson or somebody around the area that's a half-good golfer, they'd laugh at that statement also. That ball's going to be hit hard by Daly. Tracking it. Trent Greek running backwards towards the fence, and Greek makes the play. There's 2 down.
That was hit hard. Greek made a great play on that, and Burke helping him out there, to let him know that he still had lots of room. That's the thing you see sometimes with outfielders is they start looking back to see how close they are to the fence. Kind of neat here in Bismarck because the right center to right field fence basically is ivy.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Albee delivers in, and it's a strike to Riley O'Donnell, the designated hitter here for Dickinson in their last hope. They need a 2-out rally. They need 3 runs to stay alive. 2 down. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. The Vistas 1 out away. This one fouled back. Look out. You're parked down the street. You might need to call Minot's Finest Collision Center. 701-839-0989. More than an auto body
right
repair
off the top
shop.
of your head.
They've been sponsoring PSP for a long time. Special thanks to them. This one down in the dirt. McCarty blocked it, but it's in for a ball. 68 miles an hour there. 1-2 now the count. 4-1, Vistas on top. Dickinson the 6th seed. They win 28-18 for an overall record here in 2020, including 4 wins over Minot. 13-23 for the Vistas, the number 7 seed. Talked to Dylan Vegestead earlier this year. Going as 2-2, by the way. Talked to Vegestead. He said you just have to start clicking at the right time at the state tournament. Albee strikes him out, and the Vistas advance today. Number 3 Dickinson season comes to an end. Aiden Albee goes the distance for the Vistas. 3 hits in the ballgame, 1 run. Minot registers 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 Minot error. Vistas win 4-1. Let's go to our post-game show. We'll have the full stat line and tell you how they did it here today. It's summer baseball on the PSP Network. And we've got more summer baseball coming your way tomorrow as the Vistas will either play Grand Forks or Fargo Post 2. And loser outplay tomorrow, but they live to see another day. 4-1 the final in this one. It's state tournament coverage here on the PSP Network.
Presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by Don Bassett Motors, Diamond Tea Ranch, First Western Bank and Trust, Lowe's Printing, Planet Pizza, Ryan Chevrolet, Shields, by Beto Orthodontics, Homesteaders, Tires Plus. Deontay Martinez dribble drive, moves it to the hoop. Oh, what a move! PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook at the PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
Don Bissett Motors is knocking the deals out of the ballpark. Now is the best time to trade in and trade up. We are urgently looking for good used vehicles and are giving top dollar on local trades. We sale priced our vehicles to move inventory fast, and financing rates have never been better. So don't strike out at another dealer. Get a home run deal at Don Bissett Motors on top of Minot's North Hill. Remember, we deliver.
First Eli Dickinson yesterday, then Aiden Almy today. The pitching staff for the Vistas is on point here at the 2020 North Dakota State Babe Ruth Senior AA Tournament. Aiden Almy goes the distance for the Vistas, giving up 3 hits and 1 run in the ballgame today. Minot wins 4-1. They advance to see another day. Scott, how about the pitching for the Vistas today with Aiden Almy? They had some bats moving as well. 4-1 the final in favor of Minot here this afternoon.
Yeah, the final line score had 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Vistas, 6 left on base. The hits, 1 by Rosiska, 1 by Burke, and 2 by Greek. Let's see, for Dickinson, they had 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 3. 2 of those hits by Hugelin, the other one by Weiler. So a good pitching performance. Again, Nick Deschamps in defeat. Not a bad line. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits given up, 4 runs, all earned. 5. What hurt him a little bit was 5 walks and 2 hit batsmen. And then also he had 4 strikeouts in the ball game. He was the losing pitcher, winning pitcher in a complete game. Was Aiden Almy. 7 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. That was earned. He walked 1, hit 2, and struck out 2. I tell you what, if Pat Arnston could have known this on Tuesday or on Monday that he would get 2 pitching performances like he's had the back-to-back games, he would have took them. Last night, unfortunately, Cade Feeney was a little bit better than Minot was, and but today Minot bounced back. I like what I saw today, Nick, just simply because we just didn't know what we would get out of this team after that disappointing loss last night. But they came to play tonight. Yeah, I know they only had 4 hits today, but you know what? A win is a win. At this time of the year, it doesn't make any difference how you do it. It's just that you put a W there because you get to play another day.
They will play another day. They'll play tomorrow. Grand Forks or Fargo Post 2. The game time will be 11 a.m. We'll have coverage for you here on the PSP Network. Join us at about 10:50 tomorrow for the Planet Pizza pregame show. The Vistas move on. They pick up win number 14 of the year. Their record improves to 14-23. Dickinson season comes to a close at 28-19. Hats off to Tyler Frenzel and a job well done this year for the Dickinson Rough Riders. Never fun to have your season come to an end at the state tournament. They deserve some credit here. A nice year for them. Vistas move on. They'll play Grand Forks or Fargo tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on the PSP Network Twitter page and on the Facebook page as well. We'll have an update for you later this afternoon on who's going to play the Vistas tomorrow. Game number 7 at 4 p.m. today. Grand Forks and the favorite Fargo Post 2 will be in action. For my partner this afternoon, Scott Cattell, and all those fine sponsors that you hear across the PSP Network, and for you, the fans, joining us today in Bismarck, thank you. Minot wins 4-1. They advance to day number 3 of the AA Senior Babe Ruth Tournament here in Bismarck. We'll have the call for you tomorrow. Until then, Nick Holbrook signing off here in Bismarck. Have a good afternoon, and God bless.